Number 1, Sissy's Girl. Owned by Mark McLean Sr., driven by Lance Wygand. 2, Mostly Bridget, now owned by David and Lisa Young. David and Lisa Young own. Jack Morgan drives. 3, Sunshine Annie, owned by Jim Arledge and John Rhodes Jr., and a driver change to Del S. Miller. 4, Touch of Summer, now owned and driven by Tom Lovely. Number 5 is Highland Tranquil, owned by Rose Adam with Dan Ader. 6, Moving On Up, owned by Terry Kraft, and the driver is Greg Luther. Number 7, BD Falcon, owned by Robert Palmer with David Miller. Number 8, Lady Centurion, owned by Jim Hackett with Jeff Fout. Number 9, Grimke, owned by Ruth Taylor, driven by Steve Carter. 10 is Attitude, owned by Troy Thomas. Mike Wilder will be in the sulky. Field for race 7, 6 minutes till post. All lined up. They're on their way. Highland Tranquil takes the lead, moving on up between horses up on the far outside. BD Falcon, they're down the backstretch. Mostly Bridget moves in to be 4th, and Sissy's Girl is 5th. From out of the second tier, Attitude, late leaver on the outside, Sunshine Annie. Touch of Summer, followed up on the outside by Lady Centurion and the newcomer Grimke. As they move by the opening quarter-mile pole, Highland Tranquil sets them by their 27-4. Speeding past the stands to the half-mile pole. Highland Tranquil cuts this one out for Dan Ader, a length and a half. Moving on up is in the second between horses, Sissy Girl, wide of the outside, Attitude. As they move under the finish line the first time, head to the half-mile pole. Highland Tranquil leads the way. Sissy's Girl first up on the outside. She takes Attitude along with her. Moving on up is Fighting Back along the rail. Driving up on the outside, BD Falcon after that, Mostly Bridget. In between horses, Sunshine Annie in 7th. Grimke is 8th. Touch of Summer 9th on the outside, and Lady Centurion 58-3. Side by side and stride for stride down the backstretch. Heading to the final quarter. Nearest the rail, Highland Tranquil by a nose. Sissy's Girl is up on the outside 2nd. Moving on up in 3rd. Attitude between horses, having to do more. On the far outside, BD Falcon. Here comes Touch of Summer on the far outside. Moving by 3/4 in 1:28. Field drives around the far turn. Highland Tranquil continues to lead the way. Moving on up is up on the outside. Closing back on the rail, Attitude in the middle of the racetrack. BD Falcon. Touch of Summer on the far outside. Moving on up now, gets ahead in front. Highland Tranquil. Here comes Touch of Summer on the far outside to get the lead. Here comes Tom Lovely in Touch of Summer and a black 3-year-old filly by Amity Schuff out of Summer's Chair. Now owned, ran, and trained by Tom Lovely from Ludlow Falls, Ohio. Covering the mile here in 1:59 to establish a lifetime best. Number 4, Touch of Summer, the winner of tonight's 7th race. 4-6 exacta, $222 even. Twin trifecta carryover, $98.69. Regular try, $17.55.40. Windows are now open on race 8, start of the final pick 3. No changes in the 8th. 9th race, scratch 4, Gotta Go Johnny Sick. 10th race, number 9, Dare to Cross. The driver will be Jack Morgan. Post time in 15 minutes at 9:59.